What is correct, and everyone? This is Renelzy coming back at you with another Honkai Star Rail video, and today, boy oh boy, do we have some scrumdiddly-dumptious information for you all on the 4.2 stream, but let's not even delay any longer, let's get into it. So, this was like an hour 15, so there was quite a bit to talk about. I guess we'll start with the trailer. Hold on. Alright, there you go.
Can make me stay, move so smooth they turn around, say walk that talk and play for advice, but I'm not playing now. Treat me like a criminal, hate so unconditional. I cannot forget the feeling you hate that on my life. Love it up, won't be long. Sing along, don't try to walk away, you won't last long. Life's a messy letdown, fits perfect in my town. Same old drama, oh no, take care of it now. Take that, like you're dancing in the dark river. Round and round and round to how to realize nobody cares. Feel much better tidy, the lights you got it right. Hear my advice, be my precise. Attack! Take that, watch me. Stand it out right now. My pride, my belief. Nobody can ever leave. No one playing by the rules. I choose to turn it up now. Head out of the clouds, wide enough now. Never back
Alright, there we have it.
Dear Trailblazers, happy 3-year anniversary!
不管各位的世界有没有昼夜的概念，首先祝开拓者3周年快乐！欢迎收看《崩坏星穹铁道4.2版本前瞻特别节目》，我是主持人露露。
Okay, then now we can start jumping ahead. Suppose you guys show this little trailer right here.
As the game's referee, you've been pushed onto the field. In this moment, you are now a supplicant.
Foolish? A poor child who survived the Herald of Death.
Who's the hunter and who's the prey?
Maybe when we arrived at the TV station, the debate wasn't just starting, but had already finished.
Enough small talk. It is time to fulfill my duty. Since there are no sinners, then I shall become the sinner. Have you ever wondered, why am I the arbitrator?
Come then. I've set the stage for a bloody spectacle.
Oh, intentionally feeding. Wipe the floor with them. Unlimited firepower. Feast your eyes, Time for a real show.
I shall create a never-ending Phantasmoon Games!
This time, I will defend everyone's right to feel pain. Kill her. Kill her. Kill her.
No matter what kind of wish, I'll accept it, and I'll change it. The self beneath this mask, I'll show them.
Take a good look at who's taking you out. It's the last Emperor of the Dark Zone.
There's the 4.2 trailer. Okay, so this next segment, they're pretty much just kind of talking about the story and maybe some connections that we could have been making during playing it, so not really much to really show here. And then we'll jump to another trailer, I suppose.
没错， 4.2的开拓任务中啊，满月将邀请所有业者前往。
So they're showing off the new area. Kind of like an oceanside city, looks pretty cool. Here as well. They were playing World's End Tavern's track during this stream a lot, and I'm not gonna lie, I was vibing every second it was freaking able to be heard. Let me just double check there's nothing else nice to show here. Yeah, not quite. Ain't good for scrubbing, right? Alright, so here's first code. There you go. Oh, it was like, damn, alright here, fuck, take it, jeez. Alright, here. Here's code. Next up, I mean, they're just, you know, scenery change. I guess we could just show what it looks like. Did put some effort into this, so I suppose we should show it off a little bit, right? And now they're gonna introduce the new characters, so, you know, Silverwolf, Evanescia, and then Elation, Trailblazer. If you're interested in the US actor names for each language, here you go. Alright, so now they're just talking about the gameplay of her. Feel free to read. I'm just showing the animations though. Because, guys, we haven't seen these animations ever before, right, guys? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. None of us have any, prior knowledge that any of this has been shown before, right? I gotta say, man, I really freaking love her animations, though. Like, so much so. I love them so much. So good. We'll just jump ahead a little bit. There's some other thing here I wanted to show. New trailer. Myriad Celeste, just to be on the lookout for that. I don't know if it's out at time of recording yet, but it should be pretty soon. Just more art pieces. So, yeah, the new Myriad Celeste trailer. This piece is really cool, man. I like this piece a lot. Gonna go dive into Silverwolf's past, basically, which, you know what? Yeah. And then, I think there's 2 trailers coming out. There's the one I was just talking about and a different one where she just joined the Stardust Hunters recently. My animations for her. And her animations are so good. I'm gonna keep glazing them for like all eternity, honestly. They did such a good job. Expect some more silliness with their freaking skill names, yeah. God mode on. Dude, this shot, oh. I'm gonna go back again. This is probably my favorite part of the entire animations for her. The crossing the arms for the freaking Gurren Lagann reference, I'm like, oh my god, it is sick, man. I don't care. Also, yeah, when she goes into ult, she has a few different things that she can do depending on the items that come out. We'll get to them in a second. Yeah, so the sword basically, yeah, it's random. So it seems like she gets 3 instances of items to use. Yeah, true damage to the enemy with the highest HP for the sword. I don't know if it's multi-target on top of that, it probably is. Bomb recovers the skill points for allies, which, you know, if you're using Sparksy, which, you know, you should be for her, then this is going to be great. Then that gives Punchline as well for the Pac-Man guy. And then yeah, once the ult ends, she freaking, or once that state ends, she does that, you know, explosion. Said it was a bounce. Yeah, and then she drops a domain as well, which she will be able to share some of the items with the actual team. Yeah, these blind boxes, that's what we're talking about. Skill point usage. So again, if you're using Sparksy, which you should be, then yeah. I'm gonna guess it's the same effect for the in ult state and then domain. Dude, this shot, oh. It looks like once the domain ends, that's what she does to end it. More animations for her. The one thing I noticed this earlier. I mean, what? None of us have information on her beforehand. Let me pause for a sec. So the Elation skill. I'm gonna freaking show the shot first. Right here. I noticed it didn't deal any damage, and you know, how would I have any knowledge of this beforehand? Anyway, it doesn't deal damage, which was making me wonder what the heck it actually did. So, if you saw that right there at the bottom, I'll rewind that again just so you guys see it. She's basically building like her ult resource with that Elation skill. There's other ways to do it, but that's one of the main ways. And then you can think of this guy as kind of like the Finon technique. He'll just be nomming on the enemies automatically. I mean, you'll see in a second. It does take a skill point every time it kills an enemy, though. Yeah, so this trick point thing. You know, if you guys love the trick snacks. Anyway, to recover tech points, you guys can read assuredly, so I'm not going to say anything, but yeah. Yep, then this guy, you know, starts with her tech. You start the ult. Gosh, I can't talk. It's freaking... Sorry, it's a little late when this thing ended. I kind of stayed up for it. As I was saying, he will just stand there. As you saw, he doesn't do anything anymore because it's an elite enemy. So the little Pac-Man guy will stand there, and then, you know, it's part of her technique. So you start the fight, and then triggers that item effect on the enemies. She does come with a global passive. This is the global passive. You guys will see in a second. It is the debuffs. It's a debuff cleanse. You don't have to be on the team either, which is nice. Yeah, immune to all cog control effects for a while so they can see if they deal damage. So not like the most overpowered thing ever, but it is very, very nice to have as a global passive. I'm not going to lie. Definitely not as broken as Castorice's passive, but I mean, honestly, it's gonna make sustainless runs better because, you know, you get to cleanse a debuff for free. Oh. Yeah, Evanescia is what they'll be talking about now. Okay, let's jump ahead to where they start showing her gameplay. Again, if you care about the different voice actor names for each language you are. I will say, I kind of wish in the banners, I mean, it could be these are special because they're the anniversary characters, but I kind of wish they would show the banner stuff in-game, like the L2D right here. Kind of wish they would show that in the actual banner in-game when you're pulling. Just feels like it'd be a nice change, unless they don't do it for every character. I really can't remember right now. Could be just because they're anniversary, but it would still be nice to see that in-game, not gonna lie. Why does it just go... Okay, whatever. So now that we'll start talking about Evanescia's stuff. Hold on. There we go. don't have Evanescia stuff as well because we won't be pulling for her on the main, but we'll pull for her on the alt. So it kind of seems like something of a follow-up attacker, kind of, not quite though. It seems like this fox that's gonna be, I don't know if it's really considered a summon or not, but it seems like he'll be fighting alongside her, and then that'll be a lot of her combat power. Animations are pretty cool. I think Silver Wolf has better animations though, personally. Now, people were saying this beforehand, and honestly, I can kind of see it even with these animations. Like, her animations are great, right? But considering she's an anniversary character, I know Silver Wolf's the main push, but it kind of feels like that, at least for the backgrounds, that Evanescia was supposed to have more effects going on, which I would have assumed that they're Sakura Blossoms, but you guys know what happened with the Sakura Blossoms and Planet Arcadia. That's not a thing anymore. But that makes me think that her animations suffered as a result. Could be what the theory is, or it could not be, but it does. The animations kind of seem like they would have different backgrounds than they actually do. It seems a little, I hate to say boring, but it's not as interesting as it could be. The certified banger. Yeah, so you're gonna want to run energy characters with her, it seems like. Well, okay, namely Huohuo, as you can see here, but I think another thing is you run her, and then you could probably run EMC, and then Yao Guang seems to be probably her best team, just, you know, makes sense. Yao Guang seems to be the premium Elation support right now, so you might as well, right? Anyway, her energy increases as certified banger increases. Anyway, to get her more energy gives her some more of that. So kind of something a little bit like Finon. She kind of might work a little bit more similar to that. Yeah, she gets a lot of ways to get certified bangers. Also, do note it's certified bangers, it's not punchline. Just keep that in mind. He regens energy. We'll go more in depth later once, you know, we have her in our hands, but it seems like she really wants to... Oh, another thing, I'm sure you guys already noticed because, you know, you guys are paying attention, right? You guys saw that she had a double ult meter, right? Right here, bottom left. She has that double ult charge, so obviously you're probably going to want to save until you have both charges, and then use the ult. But yeah, I'm sure she'll be fine even without using the double ults, but I mean, kind of seems like you're intended to wait until the second. Her Elation skill's more basic. I say basic, but see, okay, this is what I was talking about, right? I know this can be seen as the area with that tree. Call me crazy. I feel like the tree probably would have been in the background here instead of this. I don't know, I just feel like there should have been more. I guess she does have Sakura Blossoms in her. Oh, I didn't notice that. They're still there. I think they would have been more more prevalent though. I mean, her background seemed a little, maybe it's a little nitpicky. I don't know. See, you guys are seeing what I'm talking about though, right? Some of the backgrounds themselves, the effects are cool, but the backgrounds seem a little pretty basic technique here as well. Just an attack, yeah. Yeah, free certified banger is also quite nice. Oh, that's a cool game. I don't want to see anything else. Okay, so now we're going to be talking about Trailblazer. And it's the male. Or Kalis, my bad. So, I'll just say it right now, they're single target. I love Still's expression right here, man. Look at that. I love it. I love her. I kind of have favoritism towards Stell instead of Kalis, so maybe I'm crazy, but I don't know, man. I like Stell quite a bit more. Yeah, so they seem like they're going to be something of a mini Yao Guang, for lack of a better way to put it. They're very single target oriented though, unlike Yaoguang who's multi-target for the entire team. There's their Elation skill. Seems like they'll be pretty good. Maybe not quite as good as Yaoguang, but again, we're talking about a free character, right? So you would assume that the free character should be pretty good. And just having the option, this is another thing, having a free character right now, in the same way that Elation is going to want you to run generally as many Elation characters as possible, at least for the main carries right now. Very similar to Model Remembrance, so just getting a free character there, didn't mean to show that yet, but anyway. Yes, it's free character, should be pretty good regardless. Whether they're good or not, just having another option for the Elation team is going to be very good. Anyway, Novaflares, here they are. Firefly, Huohuo, Seele, and Welt. I'm pretty happy about the Seele buff. I mean, we'll see how good she actually is. I might build her sooner than later. I don't know. Yeah, so after Firefly goes into her ult, she can remain in combustion for even longer, which, again, I don't really feel like she needed it, but yeah, and then weakness breaking enemies also extends the duration. Seems like she didn't really need this, but I mean, it just makes her better, so who am I to complain, right? One thing I'm worried about is whether or not Huohuo is really going to be sustaining on the level of Danhong and Hyacinth. I'm a little worried that she's not going to be healing to that extent, because I'm going to be honest, it's starting to get to the point where sustain checks actually matter. And since they're buffing Huohuo right now, we would want her to be able to sustain better on the level of those two, right? Maybe she's older, but it should be comparable. That's what I'm worried about. Hopefully she is. We'll find out later on. Seele, this one's pretty cool. We're gonna have quite a bit of fun with this. Low HP enemy, and she gets to freaking immediately use her skill. So, obviously that pops Resurgence, right? As you can see. So it seems pretty cool. I'm excited for that. And then Welt, I'm not really sure what else his really does, but he seems like he probably got the best buff. Reduces defense and increases damage when allies attack the enemy. I mean, making Welt a support just kind of makes a lot of sense. Hopefully this is a buff for Acheron players, because she kind of needs all the help she can get right now. I'm sure there's more that they haven't shown yet, but hey, he's banners. So Gallagher and Zuri and then Hook. I don't know why Hook or Zuri are there, but a Gallagher banner is always going to be a good banner. Reruns, we have Dahlia, Castorice, and Firefly. So if you guys were planning to pull for Boot Hill right now, go for it, and then get your Dahlia. No reason not to. Cones, on the other hand, don't really seem quite as good. I mean, let's be honest, the only way a cone banner is going to be sexy is if there's a DDD, and there's just not a DDD here. On the first half, at least. Phase 2, Evanescia. 4 stars do change, so we have... Wow, man, names are really bad right now. Lynx, Gwynaifin at the top, and then bottom is, Cloud Knight Girl. I'm not gonna bother with her name right now. I'm sorry, people who are fans of her. I can't remember right now. Cones on the right side again aren't as crazy. Tribbie is coming back, so if you guys want that E1 and you got the extra pulls for it, hey, good spot to do it, Sunday's also back, and then the part that I don't love is Feixiao being back, because I wanted to pull for Feixiao pretty effing badly. We'll end up seeing if there's enough pulls for us to handle that, though. But I didn't want to pull her pretty freaking badly. Nihility trace material is interesting. I'm not really sure what this would be for, because unless there's a new Nihility... Oh, never mind, I just clicked. This is going to be for Blade, because Blade's a Nihility character. Okay, that just clicked right now. So you can quote-unquote pre-farm for Blade now. So, Blade fans, hey, start preparing. Now the new boss we'll be talking about. something of a control mechanic for us. Yeah, so kind of like Kafka. Kind of like Kafka. I mean, I probably will end up being a little different, but I mean, I guess it is different because you break or destroy these flower pods, and then you get to reduce the debuff. So kind of how it is the debuff counter will build up, and then breaking or destroying whatever flower pods you're destroying lowers the stacks. So we'll see how that ends up playing out. Currency War's getting an update. I'm pretty excited about this. Good amount of stuff here. Yeah, cap is 140 now for the level, and then Wealth Creator 40 is another thing. I know I spoiled it a little bit because we're not there yet, but anyway, Asheville's coming, Silverwolf, Evanescia, and then the new Trailblazer. Pretty much makes sense. Elation Bonds is going to be a thing. Yeah, Silverwolf here is going to be very, very fun at Currency Wars. She sets her own cost, yeah. We'll get into everything about her there in a bit. Initial cost for her is 3. And yeah, she gets 2 stars. She can either upgrade her cost or pick a different attacking component, which gives various different things. So maybe like buffs for her, stuff like that. And yeah, so she can go 3-star, 4-star, and 5-star for Silverwolf when she upgrades her own cost. There you go. So it seems like she's gonna be pretty nasty in here, which honestly I'm so cool with that because of the fact that I don't really have a main carry right now that's really, I don't have a 3-star main carry that is very runnable and easy to get in Currency War. It seems like Silverwolf will be the first one we'll be able to handle. This is cool as well. You can kind of modify the Currency War's difficulty mid-run, which seems pretty cool. They're pretty much they're going all in for her, so you know what, quite fun. And if you decide not to upgrade her cost, you can boost her combat power, yeah. Then all these new characters get various like buffs. Yeah, the character empowerment thing. Evanescia ults, and then she gets a stacking damage bonus. I don't know if this is permanent for the entire thing or just during combat. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. Yeah, Asheville can actually be on field or off field, and as per usual, the Galaxy Ranger Bond, you can go off field and buff them up or be on field. Asheville seems a little more hard to pin down. This one's interesting. I don't know if you guys noticed that right now, so here you go. So it gets dropped down, and the front line, the Remembrance, go to the back line, they go to Elation. So it seems like it's pretty simple. I mean, it makes sense. I'm curious to see what will change with this once we get the next path for the Trailblazer, how that's going to work out. Because frontline, obviously, so frontline's Remembrance, but it was always that way. If you know, you're not really going to get value with the RMC if you're not using them on the front line. Then backline's purely Elation, so we'll see how that goes. I mean, it kind of makes sense because Elation seems like a pure support, so in the Elation Bond, you're able to buff up Aha. And you can give them synthesizable, like, equipment and other stuff, and yeah, you can level up their star count as well. Seems pretty good. Seems like Elation is gonna be pretty freaking fun in Currency Wars, but I mean, you would hope so, right? It being the new premium team. Yeah, triple anti-grav boots on freaking. It's probably gonna be insane. Also, can we talk about the top left real quick once we get into the combat right here? Look at that. Now, not every character is getting an Elation skill per se, but they're all gonna do stuff. I would assume this is characters that are not Elation, they're going to just be dealing like maybe boom, imaginary damage pops up, boom, physical damage pops up, that kind of thing. The Dahlia, yeah. Yeah, it's probably gonna be more like that. See how that worked. Kind of just like random cards. Just seeing that many characters on there is just kind of crazy though. I'm looking pretty forward to this new Currency Wars update. Should be pretty exciting. Golden trash bags. Yeah, golden trash bags, huh? Thanks, Albert. Yeah, several FMOs are going to be expert advisors now, so keep that in mind. You won't be able to pick them up unless you get them through their specific ways. March gets this thing called I'm Luocha, where Start of combat just becomes Luocha. I'm not really sure what's up with that. It kind of seems a little weird, but I don't feel like Preservation March is really that good in Currency Wars, was she? I never used her. I couldn't really tell, but it seems like that's their solution. It's just to make her a different freaking character. Kind of weird, but it is an investment strategy. Oh, this right here. So cyclical points for Currency Wars and Simulator Universe will be merged into a new cyclical point system. And resets every week. So basically what this means is you either get to play Currency Wars every week or you get to play Divergent Universe. You get to pick between either of them for the weekly reset. I didn't really feel like this was that much of a problem. I enjoyed both game modes, but I mean, I'm going to be honest, I think Currency Wars is the very clear winner, right? So for those of you that just want to play Currency Wars every freaking week from now on, go for it, you know, for your weekly rewards. Cosmocon's getting another update. It's going to be co-op, which is interesting. And the bosses are going to have 2 phases. Should be pretty fun. Bosses are going to have different modifiers as well. And then we're going to get new cards as well for like the leaders. You see Asheville right there, Evanescia. I don't know, man. I love Nihilix's design, man. I think people are hating on her too much, man. Look at that. Oh, looks so good. I can't wait to pull her when she drops. Like, genuinely, I love her design so much. Anyway, that's enough of me glazing Nihilix. Yeah, so it seems like they're giving you a free Silver Wolf to team up with if you have people that are offline, so you just get to run with the full AI setup or PvE setup. This one's gonna be interesting. I'm curious to see what else they do with this for the future. So you get basically, the co-op party card. You get to join someone's Express with 3 other friends, so a total of 4. You can visit it. There's some other stuff in here we'll get to in a second. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm curious to see what else they'll do with the co-op in the future, though. It seems like there's a pretty big demand for it for whatever reason. I'm not sure I really understand it personally, because it's a very single-player game, but having more ways to interact with players in here is pretty fun, so it'd be nice. Yeah, more trinkets and all that. You get to show off your Kit Kats by opening mystery boxes every week. So yeah, pretty good. Visiting a friend's car, you can catch another. Well, every week seems like. You get to stack cats of the same type. Seems like it'll be just like, a cool little addition. Nothing seemingly serious. See, this is something I'm not really sure about. Seems like Akavimiao can be on your Express now randomly. I'm not really sure. They say it's good. I'm not really sure what it's supposed to give us. I'm gonna guess maybe they're there for, maybe you log in, you check that, and then maybe you just get like a pull or something every now and then, and maybe it's like a reset every week or something like that. I'm not sure. We'll see. Relic Recon is back finally. Gosh, I'm gonna be real. I feel like this Relic Recon event should be a thing every patch or every other patch. The fact that it's taken this long to come back is, I'm honestly kind of like not a big fan of it being this long. It seems like they're gonna make this thing basically half anniversary or anniversary worthy, which honestly, like I said, I feel like this should be every patch, if not every other patch. Hopefully there's enough demand for them to be a thing. Oh, I just almost skipped over that. Oops, sorry. Sorry guys, Relic Loadouts are coming, so if you had a few builds for a character that you wanted to save, you can do so. Maybe you want to run Sunday with different setups as it shows here, then yeah, you could do that. Or maybe, let's say, maybe I don't know, I want to run an Axe as a main DPS, but I want them to use my Herder relics and stuff. I can just save both of them as loadouts on each character and I just swap them over, and then, you know, swap it back after I'm done. Way better than just having to do it individually though. That's quite good. You can get recommendations from builds from Pom Pom, it appears. New outfit as well for him. Well, them, my bad, I don't really have a gender technically. Here's the next code. Feel free. L2D is really freaking sick though, man. Oh, Herda! Yeah! So we need to. Everyone on here, actually. Yeah, there's that. Well, talking about events now. This is the anniversary event. Kind of just like you do streams, and it kind of seems like it's gonna be something. You want to upgrade your stream as you go, I guess, is how that's gonna work. This seems like it might be like a soft currency wars type of event for the combat. We're not sure. They talks about bonds as well. Makes me think this is gonna be like a mini currency wars, and then you're supposed to interact with the stream as well, so you can, as the comments fly by on the screen, you click for click to send gifts. So it'd be pretty fun. I am disallowed vision into the future, apparently. You know what? Yeah, let's go here.
站启程的星穹列车已经向着宇宙深处行驶了整整3年了。
真的很感激能与开拓者一同走过一个又一个世界。
I had the game open for the codes. Here's third code. Pause for a second. So you guys can get that. There you go.
的第3个兑换码，屏幕前的开拓者记得及时兑换哦。
Pom Pom brought some presents too. They're all yours. Pom Pom needs to head back to the express now.
好的，谢谢列车长，列车长拜拜。
Thank you, Pom Pom. Yeah, so 7
这么多一模级吗？
treasure boxes, and, you know, emojis, whatever you want to call them.
猜这锤子是做什么用的？
Okay, we're not gonna worry about. So this is the first one. Gets 20 pulls for logging in for a week for free. Awesome, we love that. It's double what we usually get. Well, you know, normal patches. I'm sure this is normal for every anniversary. It's my first one I've done though. You get to talk to your special someone here. I'll probably pick Herda, I'm gonna be honest. Herda or Firefly, we'll see. Free multi there though, and 10 feels quite nice. This is gonna be freaking awesome, man. You're gonna be able to get so many characters built with this. 3 times rewards for Planar Fisher, Realm of Strange, and Garden of Plenty. I believe... Okay, it's like the review stuff. Yeah, it's nice. Next one, here you go. Pick your Robin or pick your Huohuo. As smart as it might be for me to pick Huohuo for sustain because, you know, buffs and all that, Robin just means too much to me as a character. We gotta pick her on the main, so that's what we're gonna freaking do. And honestly, I might E6 her eventually with all these, you know, golden balls we'll be getting. Or I guess they're technically golden heads, but you know, I love Robin. Honestly, there's not another character I enjoy more. This is also freaking huge, man. We're gonna be able to add more characters to your 50-50 loss pool. I guess I'll just craft it right now for myself. Bronya's gonna be on there till E6. Probably Himeko as well. Welt's gonna stay on there. I think it's 7 slots, right? Seele stays on there. I'm gonna leave Blade on there, probably. I don't have Fushu one yet, so we'll put her on there. And then I don't really care about Yunli, so she's not being added. Nor Argenti. Silverwolf 100% is getting added, though. It's probably what we're gonna be seeing. And then once we get some of these characters to E6, we'll put Yunli and Argenti in there. But as it is right now, I'm not really too torn up about not having those two on there. Silverwolf, though, oh, I'm so happy about her being there, man. He's an old character, so it makes sense, but getting Eidolons for her where I was honestly going to be spending money not to get her, and now I just don't have to do that anymore. Just lose 50-50s, yeah. Like, every time we lose 50-50 in Silverwolf, now I'm like, I'm not even mad, bro. I love Silverwolf so much. New Stardust shop stuff. We get the little goggles. And then the Silverwolf ears. Golden freaking fit for Pom Pom. It's good. More avatars as well. I might pick up the emoticon one, so it's pretty cute. Look at this mother trucker looking dapper as hell. Look at that. Yeah, so there's those. Okay, this is very nitpicky, but I feel like the goggles should have been a little lower on the Trailblazers' heads. You see, because it's a lot lower. This seems freaking stupid. You get to put the freaking ears of hers on there. Dude, the glasses, though, might have to pick those up. I know it costs money, but yeah. Castorice outfit looks really good. I don't know if we'll be picking it up immediately, though, but it does look awesome. I say awesome, looks beautiful. Wrong descriptor. Okay, this is something I hope that doesn't cost too much money. Because, you know, another golden companion spirit is going to be available through the Eneric Shard top-ups. So hopefully we can get that so we can get both Huohuo and Robin. That'd be the plan. And then being able to get a new companion with the Furbobo would be good as well. The main things I want, though, are the... I don't really care about the memory shards. It would be nice, though. But yeah. I think we'll probably be dropping at least a little bit on Anniversary, though. We'll see. I mean, I definitely for Furbobo. I just hope it's not as much money as it was last time, because $200 is a fair amount, and I don't know if I will be having that in the time frame anymore. This is cute. This is cute, though. I at least want to get these guys. Hopefully they're not that expensive. Yeah, small overview. Anywho. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff here. So, global exhibitions. Those of you who live in other countries, you know, look at the bottom, go for it. It's pretty much what we were talking about with one of the past videos with the 3rd anniversary. Like I said, I'll probably be hitting up the Little Tokyo LA pop-up shop for Star Rail during this time frame, 18th to 26th, but we'll see. So just IRL stuff, pretty cool. If that's something you're interested in. This should be really cool. I actually will tap into this. Star Rail on round 1 stuff. Ooh. I don't know if they have a round 1 close to me. Like, it's like an hour out, but I mean, I'll go for Star Rail, you know. Hopefully the merch is good. We'll see. Oh, yeah, so they brought freaking 7 of these things. It's a lot. Creator contest, so those of you who are also creators, feel free to compete. Or, I say compete, feel free to join in. It should be collaborative. These other ones aren't quite as nice. So this is going to be a web event right here, this one. We don't really need to show this, it's just a web event. 800 days is pretty nice though. Online concert should be good as well. Feel free to translate the UTC time to your own time. Yeah, the last one. This is... I mean, it's pretty cool. I'm guessing you can potentially win the car, but like... you know, even if you are able to win the car, it's like, it's gonna be one freaking person, so, I mean, if you want the... You know... Much other collabs to... Or, I say collab. Merch stuff, pretty cool. Honestly, it would be nice to get some of this stuff. My main goal is to get the 1000 Jades right there, because I tend to have notoriously bad luck with these IRL, like, sweepstakes things. So hopefully we'll just get that, if not some of the actual merch. And then there is a little something else at the end here that they have for us. Alright, you guys ready? Yeah, it's Mappa. Pretty cool. Now, I was expecting the Fate collab announcement here, but this is really cool too. I hope what they're not doing is saving the Fate collab announcement for the 4.3 stream. I know 4.3 is supposedly the time that the collab would come out. But I hate the idea that I would be pulling for Elation and then just getting shotgun through the chest and be like, oh, here's the Fate characters that you that you thought you were able to dodge. So hopefully it's either not in 4.3 and it's later on, or maybe we just have the best pulls ever in the entire game's history for us for Silverwolf, and then it won't even matter because honestly, even if we get Silverwolf and her cone like really early and it's amazing and it's the best day ever, I'm probably not pulling for Evanescia first run. It doesn't make sense to pull for 2 flagship carries. It just doesn't make sense. So I probably would be saving after that, or be pulling on maybe Feixiao. Probably not though. Anyway, that's all we have for today. I hope I didn't take too much of your guys' time, but you guys let me know if you enjoy me showing all of the trailers and stuff, or if you just want me to talk and get to the information. I meant to cut off more of the actual runtime for the stream, but it turns out I had a fair amount to say this time. But yes, if you do want me to just continue as such for the stream coverage, say that in the comments down below, please. Or if you just want me to talk about the information and nothing else but the information, please feel free to say that as well. Regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed our little journey today. And please, if you enjoyed, do not forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe so we can continue to grow the channel. And I will see you all in the next video. Laters.